Hi, my name is Sue Merrick. I'm owner of Merrick Memories. I'm doing a little bit of a different format today. Because of my poor internet quality, I have satellite internet. I am now recording my videos. It'll come over as a premiere, and instead of seeing me live, physically, live action, I will be on the computer and answering questions and talking in this way and interacting with you. So I may not have as much speaking and talking because I'm also going to share this to YouTube after I get it uploaded. So again, my name is Sue Merrick of Merrick Memories. I've been making wreaths for about 2 years, but I've only been doing camera and live since 6 months now. So I'm a little bit anxious, and this is my first recorded one, so I'm a tad anxious. So anyway, let me lower it down. I just want you to see that I am a real person and show you what we have. So here we go. Alrighty. Okay. Today I'm going to make a wreath. And I'm going to use a Dollar Tree frame. I put 18 ties on it, 10 on the bottom. I have used PVC I've used PVC ties instead of pipe cleaners. I find that these hold more, and I'm doing the Woodland Ruffle method, so I need to hold it. And then I have 8 ties on the top 2. And that's how I make that. I will be doing a video on how to make a Dollar Tree frame and how to be putting on your pipe cleaners. Our sign today is Merry Christmas, blessings to all. I love it, red and white. I love red and white, and I've been doing quite a few, or several I should say, not a lot, red and white themed Christmas wreaths this year. We will be using these. These are ornaments. The sign and the ornament I got at Walmart. I will also be putting this pic. It clips on, but we will be gluing it. And this pic on, and we will be gluing it too. I have these two. They're not rope tubing or anything. It's red and it's white. May use this, may not, for a little sparkle. Our ribbons today are the following. A red 2.5 inch, red and white 2.5 inch, a 1.5 inch, and a 1.5 inch, all red and white. Obviously, I like red and white, as you could tell. I also have tubing. Here's tinsel tubing, red tinsel tubing. I have white tinsel tubing. I have red and white tubing. I have red, white, and green. I may add a little bit of this in because the sign has a tad bit of green in there. I may not. We got to see when we get to that point. And here's our ribbons. I cut them at 14 inches and dovetailed the ones that won't ravel. This one tends to ravel, so I just do a straight cut. And so they'll be in every other tie. So next, let me show you the mesh. The mesh I cut at 32 inches because I am doing the Woodland Ruffle method from the Woodland Design Group. And like I said, I cut them at 32 inches. And okay, I'm looking for my other clip. And I'm going to probably roll it twice. So, I'm going to alternate every other tie, red and white striped. And that's with like a tinsel. in there. These are Deco mesh. And then plain red, white. Well, it's not plain. I love this. I think it's so pretty. Red and white snowball mesh. So I was showing you the wrong side. I'm sorry about that. It's that side. So that's what we will be doing. So let me start you off. I'm going to start opening my ties. And they're spaced about 4.5 to 5 inches apart. This is a little closer. Sometimes they move. This moved a little bit there. So I'm going to open up my ties. This one moved. See? There we go. All right. So let me see, make sure it's in there. I am going to move all this other stuff out of the way. You may see me stopping to take a sip of soda, wet my whistle. I do that occasionally. And now we're going to start. Alrighty. I learned how to craft from Hardworking Mom. And I learned everything I know from her. So I put a stone down to hold it for me. Because this is 32 inches long, it's a little bit long. And one way you could do this is I always put my edge, this is 10-inch wide mesh, cut 32 inches long. And I'm going to roll up 2. And I usually fold the first one, it's just personal habit. One roll, 2 rolls. And there, I'm going to squeeze it, and I'm going to put a chipped clip, potato chip clip, or clip, whatever you have, clothespin. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. This is the Woodland Ruffle method from the Woodland Design Group. 1, 2, and then I'm going to do the ruffle technique. And I'm not the fastest one in the bunch, but I do like this method. And then we'll hold that, take it off. What you want to do is match it to be like a star. You want it to be down. You want to see your little curls. That's kind of loose a little bit. Of course it is. Of course it is. Maybe I'm going to have to do it. See how I'm just rolling it one more time so it doesn't unravel. I'm going to roll this one more time too. So let's do it all over. So we're going to have to roll it 3 times. And that's what happens when you're creating. Each mesh is different. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. That looks like it's going to stay. So each mesh has its own little hair up their petunia. 1, 2, 3. And now we will just rock it on up. Walk it on up. And it looks like it's going to stay. Here we go. And you want to kind of make it even in the middle. And I kind of measure because I'm not the most, and you kind of want to like play with it before you put it down. And this is going to be the top. So you'll see the rolls in it. So, and I have to do something. I forgot to get the auto adjust on. 1, 2. So let me go take care of some camera work for a second. Let's get this so it goes like that, like a fan. Because you want this all the way up. You want it to match. There we go. You want this nice and fluffy. Okay, in case you didn't hear me, I upped the volume. And I have to do one more thing. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had it together. Alrighty then, that's not what I want. Alright, I love it. Don't you love it sometimes? Alright, here we go. Let's try again. Computers, I love them. Okay, let's see if we can find it. There we go. And I forgot that, okay, the autofocus is off. So there we have it. We're all set. Okay, so you want to go kind of load this up and be like that because everything's going to butt against it. So let's put our striped red and white up. Do that. I'm going to roll this about 3 times. This is one roll. And this is a nice, 2, 3. This is nice for a mesh. Now these are a nicer mesh than basic. It's not a basic mesh. Neither of these are. But if you have a basic mesh, Deco mesh, and it frays, this method is really nice because you're rolling it up so that the frays stay inside. 2, 3, and now we're just going to walk it on up. And I chose the red and white. I wanted to stay with that theme. I love red and white. Red and white's been one of my favorite colors. Red, black, and white since I was a kid. So here we go. There we have it. And that's the red and white. We're going to put it up next to this. We're going to butt it up. We're not going to cover. Let me tie this on. It does have some bulk. That's why I like the PVC ties. Put this up here. You don't want to touch your mesh too much because the more you touch it, the more it wants to fray. So, sometimes you have to redo it, you got to play with it, and there you have it. So what you want to see is, I'm trying to get the right angle, is the red and white. So, next we're going to put the red. Roll it once, twice, 3 times. Put my clip in. And do that on this end. See, it has a little bit of a fray here. I think you can see my technique. Yes, you can. Roll it once. Granted, it looks flat, but it is a roll. See, that came out. It has a mind of its own, this mesh does. A mind of its own. So we're going to roll it, hold it. Two, 3. All right. Finger on it to hold it. I kind of make sure that I have it even. And go lift it up, put it in the right tie. Next to here, I'm moving this aside so that it has room to get in there. One, 2. I usually give it a good twist. Here we're going to butt it up. previous mesh and lay it down. And you kind of like to have a little wall between the two. And that's how you do it. It's just the same method. If you're new to doing the Woodland Ruffle method, it's the same thing. It's just repetition. This mesh is just harder. Some mesh is real soft and easy to use a fabric mesh, but this is not. It's just the feel of it, or the hand of it, as they call it in the business. Not my business, but in sewing. So again, I like to do it flat. It works for me. Of course, my dog wants to go out when I'm recording, and that always the way. I'll be right with you, Laura. That's my dog's name, one of my dogs. I have 3 dogs. I have a beagle, that's Laura. Alright, we're almost there. Lift this up to the side. This is how I do it. It doesn't really matter how you get it on there, as long as you get it on there secure and tight and kind of even. Sometimes I've had to take mine out and redo it. Have it. Let me go get the dog. Let her out. And there was a spider. To move. Alright, next one over is our red. This was at the end of it. Again, cut 32 inches long, 10-inch wide mesh. I like it a little longer when I do the Woodland Ruffle. It gives it a fullness. You don't have to do rolls with this method like you do sometimes when I add with poofs. This is like one of my favorite methods. Three. Just there. I'm trying to take out that end. I don't want to have that end there. Sometimes you just cut it away. It may not be how everybody does it, but occasionally I do it that way. It's just a corner. Alrighty. This is the end of it. Again, make it look nice. Get it in there. Pull it over. Get it in the tie. Tie it taut. There we go. I tend to be a perfectionist. We have 18 ties, so we'll be using 9 of each color, each red and white pattern, a little bit different. This is a little bit time consuming up front, but it saves you from having to do rolls and ruffles that you may do with the poof technique. harder than the other one. It feels harder in your hand. Okay. Grab it and just put it in. And I'll play with it. So, we'll move it up. Up to each other. When you put the next row on, you're going to have to do the same with your bottom row and next to each other. So, first row is always a little bit easier. Okay. Doesn't matter. I mean, if you want to do 2, that's fine. You want to do 3, you want to do 4, you want to do more than that. As far as I understand it, there are no rules. As the hardworking mom says, there are no rules in wreathing. Making wreaths. There's no rules. It's up to the Creator's eye. Yeah. This mesh does not want to listen. It is being a bad boy. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Okay, here we go. Pull it over a little bit. Alright, I gotta get the dog. Be right there, Laura. See, now I put this in so that one side is a little longer than the other. So I'm undoing it. I like it to be even. It just looks better. I am somewhat of a perfectionist, even though I am kind of new. I do have a shop on Etsy, Merrick Memories. I have a channel on YouTube, Merrick Memories. I don't quite have all the subscribers yet, but I look forward to it. And I have Facebook, Merrick Memories. Move up. Okay, here I come. Let's have at it. Let's fix this one up. Again, getting there, ladies and gentlemen. Do the red and white. I'm probably going to get a sip of soda. Three. You at least know how to count to 3. Okay. It's easy to do the ruffle method when you have stripes in your pattern, because then you kind of like keep your eye on it and you're not rolling it all, ruffling it all over the place. When you first start out, that can be a problem. I still have issues with it. Okay. See, that came a little bit wonky. So I just kind of like do that. It doesn't mean that it doesn't get cockeyed getting in there when I hold it in one hand. I have weakness in my left arm and hand, so sometimes it doesn't hold on to it as tight. Cookies. There we have it. Next is the red. And this is snowball mesh. I think it's tinsel snowball mesh because it's got the shine in it. I got this at Craft Outlet, my supplies from Craft Outlet, online provider, because where I live, there's not many providers. There's the tag. A mind of its own, just like kids. Alright, here we go. Sure I have it right there. I always turn mine like once or twice, but sometimes I don't, especially when it's thick and I have to add ribbons yet, and I usually add tubing and stuff like that. So, the last one for the bottom row. It's just a pattern, that's all it is. And I'll be available for questions at the end. 1, 2, 3. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because my poor internet quality. I've upgraded, I've done as much as I can, but when you have satellite internet and it goes through space, literally, it's not like it's on a cable wire. I live out in the country, and so now here I kind of like move it a little bit. I want to make it tighter because I know the ribbons are going to take up some room there. Okay, let's get this up. It rolls up. You want it to match on this one side. You want it to do the same on this side. Oh, see how I am? So you can see. Okay, now this is the bottom. Here it is. There we are. Kind of pretty, isn't it? It's going to be pretty. So we only have 8 more to go. Alrighty then. Down 1. There's all different ways. I've seen people do this across their chest and roll it. I can't do that. And I forgot to open my ties. See how I am? Alrighty then, this is going to be fun. I usually lay my ribbon on top of it and don't untie, but sometimes you do have to untie to add ribbon or other stuff in. So you kind of like butt everything up. You can always play with it later. And I'm going to open my ties. And I use PVC ties. I find that they hold better for me. And I get them at Craft Outlet as well. You get like 25 for $2.25. To me, it's worth it because it looks like a regular work form. And I can do maybe 2 weeks. Maybe it's 25. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong for the 50 ties in it. Too fast for my britches. Making it even. Checking it out. And right in this tie. Second can be a little bit more, not troublesome, but it can be more interesting. Get it in there, and I like to tie it tight, especially on the second row for some reason. I don't want it to come loose, because if they put it outside, I don't want the wind making it come loose. You want good quality. This wreath will be on sale tomorrow in my Etsy store. I use a rock to hold it down, and it works for me. Whatever works for you. I've seen TV remotes. I use that at times. I just moved my rocks up here. Sounds like a person wheel. little wobbly. There we go. Sometimes you gotta play with it. I took my eye off it and I looked at the wreath. And that's what happened. Took my eye off the ball. And that's why it looked a little bit wonky to me. My tie. And I did cut my ribbons 14 inches long. I generally do, I don't have perfect tails yet. That's a goal. Want to get the Soul Sisters perfect tails so that I can get a 13 inch and start doing 13 inches. Right now I'm doing them 14 inch. Some people do a little over it. I tend to do a little bigger. It's just me. It's all the way you want to do it. If I am using fabric mesh, which is very soft to use, then I tend to use very little bit of an edge. But with this one, it's kind of uneven and they're fraying. I want the frays to stay inside. That's why I have such, because I also want nice, see how that is? I don't want that, and that's fraying. 1, 2, 3. Over, right there, tie in, put the tie, put the tie, it's like put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. That's what brought me to think of. There we go, spin it down. I'm not sure where I'm going to place my sign. I don't know if I'm going to just do the middle or on the side and do a bow or a couple of bows. We'll see. What am I doing? We're getting there. I'm trying to hurry up so you guys aren't watching this every bored tears. Definitely don't walk it up as fast as hardworking mom or Laura Jean's wreath room, that's for sure. But the more you do, the better you get. The faster you get. It's getting quite full. Started with a 14-inch wreath form from Dollar Tree that I added my own, the PVC ties. I like the look of it better. It looks more professional. Yeah, I have it alternating red and white, but it will look kind of nice. One more time. It was telling me. One more time, please. Boy, when I first started doing rolls, I could not roll to save my life. And granted, I'm still cutting some of these, and by far I'm no professional. I mean, I just opened my Etsy shop maybe a month ago. Not quite a month. And if you feel like it's going too wonky and you don't like it, then do it again, just like I did in the beginning. Again, this is Sue Merrick, the Merrick Memories. And I'm doing the Woodland Ruffle for a Christmas wreath. Yo. See what happened? I put it in the wrong hand and I didn't know how to act. Alrighty then. Same thing. And then we're on our last two. And then we do the ribbon. And I do ribbon even underneath the sign. When I get the perfect tails, I'll probably go down to 13 inch just for the look of it. Granted, I could have done 12 because the mesh is kind of pretty. But, I don't know, I kind of like the look of a 14 inch. I know that there's technically what you should be using, but I like the look of it. And it's all personal, and like Hardworking Mom says, there are no rules in raising. Holding it down on the table so that it doesn't fall apart on me. My hands are saying they're tired. Second to the last one. So kind of like scrunching for the other tie. Pull our mesh down. Put it up to here. Put it up next to us. Where'd you go? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Alrighty then. And the last one. And I bought this sign at Walmart, if anybody's wondering. They have great Christmas stuff out this year. My Lord. They really upped their game this year. It's amazing, the stuff they have. I got all the embellishments at Walmart too. The ribbons I got from Craft Outlet. Come on, little doggy. Always suggest it. I know it before you put it in. This is our last one. I thought it would look nice with the two different patterns next to each other. And they both have sparklies in them, which I do like my glitter. Not everything has to be glitter. I do a lot of farmhouse work. I like all different kinds of styles. There we go. Next will come. We're just getting it all looking pretty. And here we have it. So here we have it in for Woodland Ruffle. And I see a couple trays. I usually trim it as I go. I don't wait to the end. I just saw them now. And I think I'm going to sit down for the next part. The back does not like bend it over a table. Again, 2.5 inch ribbon, the red, with 1.5. Granted, you'll say, doesn't look like Christmas. I don't have much Christmas ribbon. I'm sorry about that, but we can add 2.5 inch, 1.5 inch. We'll add some of that ribbon to the bow. And we don't always have to have it like that. I wanted it really to all be conducive for the sign. I wanted the sign to take center place. So let me sit down. Oh, that feels so much better on my back. Alrighty then. So in every other tie, I'll be putting this and this alternating. So it gives it a different look. And just taking a sip of my soda. Okay, you fold your ribbon, fold it in half. I never used to crease it, but now I do crease it. It kind of helps me to stay on the middle when I'm putting it down in the ties, because they always used to shift on me. So I have it folded. You kind of like, I call it squishing. I know there's a term for it, but I can't remember. And then you give it a life. Put your hands under it because you want the ribbons to look like a bird, like a seagull. Now let me think a minute. I want to make sure I put them in the ties I want them in. Now some people put their ribbons one up, one down, 2 in, 2 out. I kind of like this will be alternating. Small, all the red and the stripes will be like this. That's how I like to do it. Sometimes I do it the other way, but this is how I like to do it now and again. Just depends on your mood and what your view is, what your design eye thinks. There. Sometimes ribbon doesn't want to play nice, especially for me. Like Laura Jean says, have your way with it. There we go. Okay. I find the better quality ribbon that has a better degree of wire in it stays better where you put it. Put it in your tie. I'm just adding it in and twisting it. I'm not taking my tie out. I may have to periodically. I'm going to be putting my little ones in on the inside just because I am. Because that's how I want the look to be. And I'm not that good where I can do it backwards like some people can. Right, we're getting there, folks. I know. I want to give it life. Put it in on the ties. You want your ribbon to be even when you get it in. And a good snug tightness so it doesn't come out. And there you have it. See, that's how we have it so far. There we go. So the next one is this one. Okay, you do your gathering. I bend it, I kind of bend it sometimes so it has, it fits in there better, and I find, for me, that's what works, you know, instead of just putting it flat in and stuff. You have to work it your way, what works for you. Everybody has their own little way of doing things. Ribbon is a little bit too thin, I think, this red. It's a little lightweight. It's not like a velvet or something like that. So is this other one. It's a thinner quality. Oh wait, these two I got at Hobby Lobby, the red and white striped and the 2.5, both 2.5 inch I got at Hobby Lobby. Sorry about that. It's the Christmas ribbon this year. But you can use red and white like this all year round. You can use it for Memorial Day, 4th of July, Father's Day, Veterans Day, Christmas, Labor Day. And if you want to foo-foo with it, as Regina Sellers says, you can. Sometimes I do 2.5 inch and 2.5 inch. Sometimes you may do 3 1.5 inch. I generally do 2.5 inch wide ribbon and a 1.5. But everybody has their own, and who knows, you know, I'm on the East Coast. I'm not sure what the West Coast, they may do a different way of wreathing. They may put their ties different. I do 10 and 8 on the top, total of 18 ties. I have seen other people here on the East Coast do like 12. So everybody has their own way. The way they were taught, the way it works for them, quality of mesh or ribbon they have, they all take into effect. Maybe what you're doing, what kind of method you're using. Okay. Put that all the way back in. Tie that on there. I don't want that ribbon coming out. Don't want that ribbon coming out on someone on a windy day. So we're getting there, folks. Get my ribbon so that it's not squished. And then I'm going to do like a V, inverted V. They make a women's blouses sometimes in the back. Go. And we're on our last one for our bottom. And we gotta do the top. Uh-oh. Wire just started wanting to come out on that one. Sometimes that happens on wired ribbon. You always want to use wired ribbon. Why? It keeps its shape. Okay, that wire was coming out, so I'm going to just fold it on the end so it doesn't want to come out again. That's all. No one's really going to notice. And then this way they won't lose it. And then say, I lost the ribbon and it's not doing what it's supposed to. They're not going to even notice. Folding it in half. Sometimes I find one doesn't want quite do in half, so I fold the smaller one, put it in, fold the second, and then it works for me. Not everybody, I didn't know that for a long time, and I saw someone do that, and I was like, oh, because I always had a hard time getting it in and getting it even on each side, and It always moved on me, and it was a pain. So by folding it, it really defines it for me. I always used to kind of like fold it, but never put a crease in it. This way I have the crease in it, and it helps me get it in there better, and I don't have such wobbly looking, and I have to fix it so many times. Okay. Alright, upstairs we go. Now, I did the red and white on the white, so we're going to do that. We're going to keep the same. I'm not going to change that half. I'm going to fold. Do this. I'm going to fold. This polka dot ribbon has really good wire in it. Quality wire. Makes a nice bow too. Alright. I'm going to untie this tie a little bit. Oh wait, I already did that, Susan. I hate the name Susan. I don't know why. Some women like the name Susan. I just don't. I'll put it in here. Lily, I can't right now, honey. That's one of my dogs. The rescue dog I got from a fellow reaper. I'm sorry, Lily, I can't. She likes to come up. Sometimes she comes up on the table. Go lay on the chair. Lily, come here. Lily, come here. Come here, honey. Come up on the chair. Oh. Come up over here. No, I can't have you on my lap, sweetie. I can't have you on my lap right now, hon. Mama's doing something. Okay, you lay right there. Lay right there, Lily. Yeah. Mama, I'm right here, Lily. I'm not going anywhere. You lay down, Lily. Lay down, honey. Lay down. Lay down. That's a girl. That's a girl. Lay down, sweetie. Mama's not going anywhere. Mama's not going anywhere. Stop. You want to go look out the window? Go on. Go over. Go on. That's a girl. Keep going. This table, I took over the living room. Because the basement's full of woodwork stuff. I have a 2.5 car detached garage, but it needs heating because where I live, it gets quite cold in the winter. And I had somebody's car in it. It does auto body work. But that car left yesterday, and I'm declaring it mine. Because I'm starting to see the walls coming in on me here. Alright, let's get that in there. So what's everybody doing this weekend? What are y'all doing? Squishing it. Fold. Giving it life. Heavy. Got my fingers like that. Holding it. Put it in the tie. Lay it in the tie. There we go. Getting there, folks. Sorry I'm slow. I just tend to be a slow crafter. Some people like Laura, hardworking mom, she can do a whole wreath in less than an hour. And it doesn't happen with this girl. She's just slower, that's all. And you can always reach me at Merrick Memories, MERRICK, then the word memories, at gmail.com. That's my email. And my Etsy store is Merrick Memories. So is my YouTube channel and my Facebook. So I was pretty lucky to have everything. I don't have to hyphen or add any letters or anything like that. I didn't want to limit myself to just wreaths. Tonight I'm making a wreath. I generally make a wreath, but I like to do mason jars. I make signs. I want to get the Cricut so I can make signs. So, but I'm going to start stocking mason jars. I do rag bows. I do regular bows. I go live. Usually, I'm changing my days. I'm usually live every Tuesday and Friday, but I may change Friday to Saturday on Facebook, or 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. It was 7. Now I'm at 8. I may lower it, move it back, and make it 9 for people on the other coasts. If I do have people on the West Coast, and Mountain Time, and all that stuff. So here we go. The stripes. Again, this one wants to come out. Ha ha. So we're going to be genteel with these. I'm going to lose it. Straighten it out. Kind of push the wire down if it'll go. Come on, baby. Come on, go down. I don't have to cut more ribbon. Alright, there we go. There we go. We're getting it. Not great, but it's going. So, I hate that with wire. The better wire doesn't do this. Alright, just fold it over there. It doesn't come out. Right. I'll know to do that next time I cut these. Check the wire. These were new, they're new. First time I used them. And I like red and white. I gotta get more blues and greens. I don't have a big, tremendous amount of stuff. I just started. I mean, I've been doing it for about 2 years, but I really just started doing it beginning of this year, which makes it like 8 or 9 months. I didn't have a computer or anything until a couple months ago, so that's when I started doing lives. I got my Etsy store. Kind of hard to do anything without a computer nowadays. Well, I have with my iPhones. It's just picking monochromatic. There we go. There's the red and white. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. This This is our second to our last. Then we got to decide where we want to put our sign. We want to put it in the middle. We want to put it on the left side, the right side. I love this sign. I got it at Walmart. Make a bow or two. How big we want the bow. I have the Pro Bow the hand, the big one, not the professional one, just the regular Pro Bow the hand that you use with the wire. And I also have the Pro Bow the hand 4-in-1. Oh, I love it. Around me, they didn't have the easy bow makers at either my Hobby or my Michael's store, so I had to order it online, and I love it. It's just like the easy bow. Okay, last one. Alright. Kind of chilly in here. Chilling down, that's what it's doing. It's dusk. Alrighty, here we go, the last tie. I'll take a sip of my soda, and we'll figure out what we want to do with the sign. Because I add the embellishments last after the sign and the bow. And tubing, gotta have tubing. Let's see. And there we go. From a 14-inch, it's the Woodland Ruffle. It's now 25 inches. Probably can get it in a 24-inch box. Would make it a lot more economical to ship it. Do have free shipping on the Etsy. Anything over $35. And let's see. I need one more thing, folks. Take a sip, and then we'll place that sign in. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Excuse me. I put my name on the back of it. I don't have business cards. I have them here. I just haven't made them up yet. Like I said, I'm just starting out. Put my name and email address because it's not going to change. I'm going to put the year down. Now we can put it in the middle. Put stuff around and call it a day, and it's a pretty wreath. Or we could do it on the side, put a nice bow here, and have embellishments. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put it on the side and put a bow here, or over here maybe, whatever, and a bow up here. Doesn't have to have long streamers, and then we could add some embellishments in it. And how about it? Now I use pipe cleaners. I like ribbon underneath my signs. I just like the look of it. I kind of like make it look pretty. Decide where I'm going to put the sign. I may pull some ribbon for inside, just because I can. And I do like these PVC ties because it looks just like a regular work form. You just roll it up. You don't have to cut them like you do with your pipe cleaners. And it looks pretty. And I don't want to squish it down, but I don't want it to be real loose either. Now I know a lot of people use wire and they put it through the mesh. I try. You can't with the, well, you can. And I always use, like Crazy Maisie, she always uses pipe cleaners, so do I. I just like, I feel better with it. I can get it done faster. I don't do as well without wire. I mean, with wire. It just goes on better. And how I did it was I staple gunned it to it. Now what I do is I do not make this real tight. I will tack it in place because with the movement of the embellishments and everything else, I then come through this after I'm done, maybe play around with some more with the ribbon, move it around, take care of it. I'm doing this, fluffing it, making it look better. See, I like that look that's coming out the top there. That's me. That's how I like it to look. My creation. I can do it the way I want. I know some people don't put ribbons underneath their signs and bows, but I feel if it's outside or something and a breeze comes, what are you going to look at? Plain mesh? No, go ahead. The mesh is pretty, and you can see the mesh on this. Yeah, it's a little bigger than I thought. And I always try to do my pipe cleaners. I do the metallic ones. I get them at the Dollar Tree. They tend to be a little bit more secure than your felt ones. I used to use the felt, but they would come undone. Find the wire ones cold. And I do make pancake wreaths like Melly Mel makes. And I always use metallics because it stays on there. See, the back doesn't look that bad. And I'm just going to tie this on for now. I will make it tighter tonight. After I'm done, I will do a little more taut. I got it here right now, I might as well. But I wrap it around, I don't have anything hanging, it all is interspersed. Shape test, as hard-working mom does, and there you have it. Okay, so we got that on. Let's figure out our bow. We could do tubing too. Do a little bit of this. I don't have much of that. This might be cute in some of them, just because it's red, white, and green. Let's do the bow. I usually do the bow before I do the tubing. No reason to get out of order here. Stay in order. Let me get my stuff. I also have red and white 2.5 Deco mesh ribbon. I think I'll use them on the bottom just to give it a little bit of height to the bow. Add a little bit of contrast to it. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Depends on my feeling, how I'm feeling. I do have 4-inch Deco mesh ribbon. I'm not crazy about it that much, the 4-inch. Just because, I don't know why, I just don't like the way it looks so much. I like it for outside stuff. I have a mailbox topper for Christmas that our mailbox got hit by a snowplow 2 years in a row. I live out in the country, dirt road. Bam, smashed it. We put a new one in last year, had to put in a new one this year. It's kind of smushed right now, so let's see. Do I want red first, white first? I'm going to do red. You do red and white. That's the way you do it. Okay. Let me put it up here. Granted, you can put it down here, but I don't. And you do twist it. This is just like mesh. It does fray. So I do not do a dovetail with the mesh. Now let's figure out our tails. How long do we want it? I don't want super long. Usually I do long. I put the bow here. But I'm really not feeling that today. So where does that have us? 10, 12 inches. Alrighty then. And this stuff is kind of a pain in the dupa. Twist it. And you think that it doesn't have a right side or a wrong side. It may not, but it just, I twist it. And we're going to make a Lisa bow. And that is 2 on one side, 2 ribbon on one side, 2 loops on one side, and 1 on the other, and the tails alternating between the 2. So, it's one of my favorites to do, actually. So I got this in. See, it has a mind of its own. And that's one reason I'm going to start with 6. It's one reason I don't like to use it. I always use it for the bottom because they just go nuts. I have it at the 6th level, and you go in by half on each successive ribbon. Each loop, I mean. And I'm one of those that don't squish down my loops. I don't like to see my ribbon smushed. The wire smushed down, because you never can pop it up. Twist it. 6 inches. Stay there. This is 6 inches here. You don't have to twist it. Now, usually when I'm doing more than one loop on the same side, I usually kind of like measure them to make sure that they look the same. Put that down. And then I trim it off, and I always measure it with my first ribbon down. That's basically how I do it. One side might be longer than the other. It doesn't matter to me. But always trim it. So there you have it. See how it has a mind of its own? But it makes the bow pop up. That's why I like it. I'm not going to use this white silver. So we'll do, let's see what we have. I've got to get my Santa one out. I think I'll use my Santa. Not much. Okay. Oh, we have a Merry Christmas. This will go fine with it. We have a Merry Christmas ribbon. We'll have to do this by hand and lay it in by hand. I don't know what I'll do with the Lisa by hand, but we'll give it a shot. And then we can put this on the top for my loop for on the top of the wreath. So, next side has tails hanging on this side, and we go down by 1/2 inch. And it's a little more than 6 inches, so that's exactly 6. That's a little more than 6. It is, well, 6 to 1/2 dozen to the other. Is what it is. I'm not going to get crazy about it. Let's use this ribbon. This I'm going to dovetail. Dovetail is just a method. You don't have to. You can roll it up if you want. How I do it, so I remember, because I don't always remember how to do things. Fold. Take the fold part out. Owen fold. Owen out. Cut it out. Alrighty. Let's see. We did about 12 inches, I think. Let me see. Come on. Come on, doggy. There we go. Alrighty. Whoa, see? See how I am? I did it on the wrong side. I would be doing the Lisa bow wrong. Tails go in on the other side because I'm going to have 2 loops on the left and 1 loop here on the right. So we twist it. Go up. This is going to be at 5 1/2. When I get with more layers, I don't always remember. 5 1/2. Twist it. Put it up a little bit so that you'll see it. 5 1/2. There, twist it. Down. And put a loop in here, because there's 2 loops on one side, 1 on the other. I kind of like to lay it out, this mesh ribbon in a pill. I don't want to stay. Kind of like measure them out because they're 2 on the same side. I kind of like make sure that they look even so they don't look wonky. Whatever that word wonky means. And then you have at it. Alright. Come on, ribbon. And then I trim it off. And I'll fold it. And the one thing you can't do on this is go fold it this way because it'll be an inverted pleat. Ooh, I didn't do that very straight. So fold it and they go out. I was given these scissors by a very dear friend. She said, "You need a good pair of scissors." Boy, is she right. She is so right. I love them. I use them only for ribbon. I don't use them for anything else. I won't even use it for mesh. Only for my ribbons. Try not to even do it for taking the plastic off ribbons. I have to roll up my ribbons as I go, folks. That's what I'm doing. Putting my little pin in it so they don't unravel. Okay, let's do... Let me see here. Do I have another red and white? I do have a red that's sheer. I really don't want to do a sheer. I have a jelly ribbon that's 1.5, and I want to do that. I have red and black. Ooh, this looks pretty. Hopefully I have enough of this left. Hope we do. Hey, girls, really? We'll see when it gets smaller. I don't have a lot of this. We'll use this ribbon. It is what it is. I was thinking of adding black. A lot of times you add black to a wreath because it makes it look good. But I'm not today. Well, other than, no, Merry Christmas has got green. I really want to keep it red, white, and a little bit of green. I want to be a purist today. Fold it over, cut out. Fold, has a letter O. Alright, now we have our tails on the, first on the left, tails on the right, tail goes over here on the left. I'm going to cut them, I'm going to measure them basically compared to that. Get it down there, twist. Now this is going to have two loops on this side, on the right side. Opposite side of your tails will have the loop. Have the two loops. And this is going to be at 5 inches. You get to the point where you have to just eyeball it, because your regular pro bow, the hand, goes down by each section, each one of these goes down by 1/2 inch. So at this point, you're pretty much eyeballing it. I'm going to move that up. Oh, look at what those stinkers did. Look at that. They just stitched it together. Those son of a gun. I'll use this for my center loop. Maybe. Cover the, start again. I don't like that. That is so unprofessional. You pay good money for something, it shouldn't be like that. Okay, we're starting again. Tails on the left this time. Get a little lower. I'm going to squish it because I can. Go down. Twist. This will do 5 inches. I'll just be, I hate that when I do that sometimes. So, it's about 5 inches. Down and twist. And go up. This side has one loop because you have your tails here. Go down, twist. I don't know if I would buy this ribbon again. It's from Hobby Lobby for Christmas. I don't think I am all in love with it that much. You want to be in love with your ribbon. And I'm definitely not in love with this ribbon. It has a mind of its own. See, I'm going to have to get a different kind of red. It's going to have to be a craft outlet red. Probably get a giant polka dot pattern. Okay. I'm going to cut down. Okay. Next will be be our Merry Christmas. So that's going to be fun. Trying to do a 3-looper by hand for me. We'll give it a shot. I've done 2, I've done 4, but 3 will be we'll see how it goes. I'm always willing to try it when I'm live, recording myself. Why not? Take a sip of water. Whoop. Yo, stay down there. Get down. Alright. I learned how to do this from Hardworking Mom. This is red and green, and it says Merry Christmas. You do it by hand because you don't want to twist it and have the words be upside down. You want it all to be the same. So we're going to have to do it by hand. And if I'm a little bit slow in this, I apologize. And if I mess up, I apologize. Alright, let's give it a shot. 16 inches for my tail. I'm going to just squish it just because I can. Can you see okay? I'm going to move the camera up a little bit so I'm not. Yeah, do that. Let's see my stupid vest on. It's chilly here at night. I live in upstate New York, and I was raised in Jersey, so we want a 6, 5.5, 5, a 4.5 inch loop. So let's figure it out. That's a 5 inch loop. 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5. Okay. Wait, go by that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. So, like that. Now, you see the fold here? I'm going to put the tail. This is the tail. And put it down. See how this wants to go up? You want it to go up. So, you just put it in your hand. You measure your loops to make sure that they are the same. This is a little long. There we go. A little bit more. Okay. Now, we have Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. So this wants to go under for our 2 loops. So you put it under. Take my little hand, make sure it matches. We do. Now, technically, I should be cutting it here and then adding a ribbon down so I don't have to twist it. But I'm just going to twist it here. I'm not going to go through that trouble. So one Merry Christmas is looking out and another Merry Christmas is looking down for your tails. So then I'm going to just put it down. You'll understand. There. Put there. See the Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas. This I just twisted half a twist. And I have a Merry Christmas looking up, out, and I have another Merry Christmas looking out. I don't have any backwards. I don't have any upside down. I have everything all written the same. So this could be a little bit longer. It is what it is. It's not perfect, but it'll do. First time I did a Lisa bow, 3-handed, one hand by hand. So I learned that. I belong to the design group of Hardworking Mom, and I also belong to her business group. She's awesome. I've learned so much about business. She's a great friend and mentor. I haven't met her yet. I can't wait to meet her. Okay. But I learned that from her in her design group. So there we have it. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Alrighty. So we can go down to 1.5 inch. Because I really want the Merry Christmas to be kind of the light and shining armor. I really do. I want people to see that. I don't want it to be covered up. Usually I'll do another one of these and another one of that. And we could do that. Let's see if I have enough. I probably won't. I could just do this as the end one. And I might do that. If I have enough ribbon. I don't know. And this does, I'm not going to cut this. We'll see. Oops. Goes on this side. Oh, it goes on the left side because the tail's on the right. We got 2 tails on the right, 2 tails on the left. And you know what? I think we're just going to leave it that way so we have an even number of ties on each side. Although this is kind of wonky and has its own little thing. Let's see how this goes. Get in, twist it. I twist this because there is a back side to this. This will be 2 on this side. I did it wrong. If we don't have enough, we don't have enough. I never used this before this year. Become brave. I'm using stuff I hadn't used before. And I'm just going to eyeball it truthfully, because this is going to be our last ribbon. Going to go down. There we go. And this is going to be across, straight across. It's going to be up. This is going to be straight across, because that's how a Lisa bow is. Come on in there. Sometimes I add, I'm just measuring, make sure it looks kind of the same. I add tubing to the bow, but I'm not going to do that today. Kind of want it to be a pure kind of a wreath. I really want the ornament style of the, I love the design of that picture. It's an ornament, you know, the old-fashioned ornaments. There we go. I did. Just have enough. Then I'm going to cut it straight across. And there we have it. I do, look, I'm at the end. But we have it. And I think what I'll use, I'm not even going to have a loop to cover the middle because I want this to shine. I want the Merry Christmas to shine. And we'll use this to cover my zip tie. So let me get a couple of pipe cleaners together. I usually put 2 together just in case. Out the back here and double tie it so I can put it on the wreath. There's really no reason for it, but just habit, I guess. I do make all kinds of bows, big bows. I'm going to learn how to do a tree topper bow later tonight. But I have to make sure I watch that in the design class. That's Wreath Therapy on Steroids by Hardworking Mom. This is my first Christmas of making wreaths. Hopefully my Etsy store will take off. I'm hoping. Yeah, we kind of have a red zip tie. Now, Crazy Maisie Creation, she lifts them up and out, and I don't have that faith. But she's been making them a lot longer than me. So, put your zip tie in. You hear that? Pull it up a little bit. I didn't tie it all the way. You move it up towards the indent where the wood was, the peg. snug it up, turn it back, it's still loose, so I'm holding on to it, put my pipe cleaner in the back. Laura, hold on a minute, kind of busy here, girlfriend. My dog wants to go out again. It's past their dinner time. The natives are getting restless. Alright, so I'm just going to like kind of place it to where I kind of want it. I do have a fluff box. I do use it sometimes. Sometimes you fluff it on the wreath or whatever. Make it tight. And because I do have weakness in my this one. Kind of tighten it up. There. Giving me a little bit more power. I have the power. Alright. And I make sure it's not all squished. Hello. Blue in the air. So let me I like to put a cover over even though it's red. We'll use that extra 2.5 inch ribbon that we have. Might as well. We got it. What you do, I generally use a 1.5, but I don't want to ruin from the theme. So you have it in thirds. You could probably make it accordion and make it quarters. Take it, put it in there, flip it over, and tie it on. I want to kind of cover that, and then I tie it again, and then I trim the excess off. And this is a Lisa bow. Okay. This. Put it on there. Twist it. Alright, so here you have it. Kind of like take it, move your hands through it if you can. You want to make it fluffy. So you're using your 50-yard roll, or 75, or 100, or whatever you have, as your basic, and then you use your more expensive, good ribbon at the end. So here we'll do that again. And it pops up because it holds it up. 1, 2. Now I know you don't want there. That's down. That's down. Now you take your tails, and you want to, You can't do much with this mesh. I'm just going to move it around so it kind of, there. Put your hands through, I don't know, if your thumb, hand, whatever, and pull it. And sometimes it just doesn't work. There. Give it a little bit of a life. Some other times it just doesn't want to have a life. That sounds like, there we go. Yeah. Oh. Sometimes I have to do it with two hands because I just don't have the stance. Hey, whoa, straighten that up. Didn't work that time. Jeez, now. Get it in there. Do it right, Sue. Mess up your ribbons now, why don't you? Okay. So I also want to show you this. There's your Merry Christmas. Oops. Okay, over here. Merry Christmas. Let me see if I got it in the camera shot. You have Merry Christmas here to the left. You're reading it. Merry Christmas left to right. Merry Christmas left to right. One Merry Christmas looking out. And one Merry Christmas looking out. And that's why you do it, because then you don't have, technically I probably should have cut it off up there and put it on the same way so that the Merry Christmas was facing the same way. But I didn't because I didn't want that kind of look. So, let me move this stuff out of the way. I think I'm only going to do the one bow. Now, let me put on my glue gun. Get that hot and going on. I should have had that going on already. Okay. Have at it. I'm just going to do this today. All right. There we go. Put this away. Put this on. And then we'll put our stuff on. And make it look pretty. Now what I'll do with all these PVC ties, I will fold them under, roll them up after I'm done, off camera, so it doesn't look like that. Sometimes you can, if that's the look you're going for. It just depends on your design style. So just roll it and have at it. There you go. Alrighty, so we got to figure where we want to put our bow. Do it there. I don't like down there. No. Let's do it up there. So hopefully I taught you something, how to make the Lisa bow. There we go. I always tie it to the top rungs. You want it to be high. I like them on there snug, but I don't want to squish the mesh under it either. I found though when I did it too loose, it wasn't happy. Some people put the bow on first, and sometimes I do that too. And I'm wanting the bow, let me look at this. I kind of want it up about an inch higher. Dogs are getting restless. They want to do dinner. Dinner, dinner, dinner. They want to eat, Mommy. Well, I don't know how much higher I got. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Right by a course. There we go. Looping it around one of the ties so it won't go far down. Again, I will tighten this up further after the show. I know I'm going to want it a little bit tighter. I know it. Just because I do. And I want that bow. Oh. There we go. We'll do that for now. So there we have it with our thing and our thing. Yeah. So we gotta figure out where we want to put our embellishments. This is the fun part. I love this part. Sometimes I glue them on, sometimes. Now this is just a wire. It's not even a tubing. Oh, we can put tubing in. Yes, let's have at it. We could try a little of this. Some of the tubing every other tie. Alternating with red and white. This has got a little bit of green in it. And this has got green and that has green. It might be pretty. This was given to me. It might look good. May not put it too much on the top because there's not much space. I may just put it on this one here. How am I going to do it? I generally measure because that's who I am. I usually do like 30 inches. You don't pull your tubing taut. You just kind of like pull it. Cut it. Take it. Here, let me lower it down a little bit so you can see better. Let me see. I need to see my belly. There you go. Tie it. Twist it. Put these together. And here you have it. It kind of like snaps up. And then you put it in your tie. Sometimes I'll put a pipe cleaner around it and put it on that way. Sometimes I don't. And let's see how that looks. A little bit of green in it. Pulls it through. Alright. We'll do it in almost every other tie, especially on the bottom. It'll give it some dimension. We'll do, because this is on the top. Maybe I'll do this. Did I cut one of these? I had one of these pieces already. forgot I had this pick. I have a red and green pick. That might look pretty up there, just because we can. Instead of these red, only red and white, just get a little bit of green. Where's the white one? Right here. You might do it above the ornament just to pull it up. Pull your eye up. So we'll put a little bit of red and white. Put some white here. My girls. It's the Morky. She's all maybe 5 pounds. I gotta weigh her. She's gained weight since she's been here. She's ferocious. Holly, quiet. This I bought at Hobby Lobby. I thought it was regular tubing, but it's not. And it doesn't stay, so you gotta tie it down with a pipe cleaner. I'm gonna just do 20 inches on it. See, and that's it. It won't stay. I thought you could do curlicues with it. You can't. So I just like put it down. It won't stay in a tie. So you really do have to, and I don't have a white, what do you call it? Yeah, I got a silver here. Right in here. Pipe cleaner. And then we'll put it in the tie. None the wiser. Hopefully. Bend it down a little bit if I can. Give that a little bit of dimension. Something different on the top. Maybe we'll do the red there. Or we may do the white there. We'll see. I'll put the white there. Alright, meanwhile, I think that's the only place I'm going to put this stuff because it's a pain to work with. We'll get out our, we do have red and white tubing, which I don't have a lot of. I do have regular tubing, but I have white tinsel tubing and red tinsel tubing. And I thought I would go all out and use the red and white on this wreath. Just because I can. Well, you know what? We're going to use this white and green in every other tie. So then we'll do, being this is white, we'll do the red tinsel tubing. I forgot about that. Let me get this out of the way. Get that pick. That's going to go above the picture. I got all those picks at Walmart. They have fabulous Christmas stuff this year. Oh my God. Laura Jean's wreath room, she went to Walmart. She's got a picture of showing her new craft room and showing her, I'm going to put this in every other tie. I'm just going to see what ties on the top I need it in. I see, I got to put the red there. I may use white. I may use white there. We'll see. I wasn't thinking when I put it in this one. Okay, hole, twist it, lead it. Yeah. How about it? Alrighty then. not really going to see it with the bow there, but because you might see it with the wind blowing, and I'm not going to see it here. We're going to put that pick up there so it sticks out. You put a pick here and a pick there maybe. Or a ball. I forgot about these. Forgot about my balls. Got balls. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do the red, white, and green in these red and red stripes. I had them in with the, maybe that's too much red. Maybe I just do it in every other tie like I have it. And have a day of it. Doesn't say it's got to be in every tubing. Tubing's got to be in every tie. You don't pull it taut when you're using tubing, because then you can't really measure. I know a lot of people do it by eye. I'm not very good at it as doing it by eye. I was an RN for 30 years until I had a severe car crash. And I've been disabled from the car crash ever since. So I'm well used to, well, that worked out. I'm well used to measuring and being exact. That's just the way I am. You have to be when you're a nurse. I was an RN for a long time. Okay, let's see. Where'd that go? Let's make it nice. Alright. It always has a life of their own. So that, twist it, get going. Sometimes you just need to let it loose a little bit to flip around so it goes flat. And let's have it in, we have it in a red and white. Okay. Glue is getting cooked. As I go, I'm just going to turn it under so it looks professional. There you go. Let me see it okay? There. Okay. Like I said, this will be in my Etsy store probably later, probably tomorrow. Unless I stay up late tonight and do it, which I've been known to do lately. Put that in there. I think I'm going to put tubing in the other one. May put a couple embellishments, a couple balls in there maybe. Just so it has a little bit of dimension. Like I said, this is the fun part. But sometimes you have to have money to afford these things, and I just don't always have the money. I'm living on disability, and I'm just starting my business, so it hasn't taken off yet. Okay, second to the last. And I think that'll look nice with the green. Just give it a little bit of greenery. Greenery. Yeah, I don't. don't care too much. I mean, they're very pretty to do grapevines and greeneries and stuff. Sometimes they do. But it's not my forte. I will embellish a wreath here and there with it, but primarily I do love my Deco mesh. Fabric is my favorite, jute, and we will have added on the bottom. This is our last one. And then we can play with I learned this from Hardworking Mom. I learned a lot from Hardworking Mom. She's the one that got me started so that I had the confidence I could make a wreath. Oh, knock something down. Take it after her. She always knocks something off the table. I'm going to have to pick that up. I don't know what it is. Cat will think it's a toy. Ah, shoot. One of the ties came out. There we go. Oh, look at this ribbon. I'm not happy. I'm just going to cut it like, I'm going to roll it up. Roll it up under there. Okay. Alright, so now we come. Let's figure out where we want to put our stuff. Tags off. And how about it? Oh, hello. Off. These have clips on, but I still glue them. As the builders say, glue them and screw them. So, and I know Hardworking Mom takes apart her pics, but I'm not going to. Not tonight. Red. Right there. Let's see. Getting glitter all over. Oh, okay. Let's see. Alrighty. I'm going to put this behind it. Holly, enough. I know I'll be playing with this. Oh, that'll look good. I'm going to put it up here. I want to put it between. I'll put it on a tie, or I'm going to put it right on the. Let's see where we can. Put it right on the frame. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, glitter. Glitter bomb. like that. So between the two, we have white here. I don't have anything here. See, I have another one of these white picks. I think that white pick down there would look very good. Roll that. And hold this to the frame. I'll still glue it. That looks cute there, unless you think too much white. I just saw that. Too much white right there. I don't like it. We'll put a ball there. We'll put this somewhere else. I forgot about my ball. That was a personal problem. Ah, I think I dropped the balls. I did. Okay. Oh, we got a thing. Your styrofoam. Aren't they pretty though? We can. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna glue it right there. Yeah, that'll look perfect. Let me get my glue gun, and it's oozing. I have a regular glue gun size, but I bought this Gorilla Mini Glue, and it's dual, low and high heat. It's beautiful. I love it. It's more precise. And I do have a glue pot. I may have to add more glue to this. Yeah. Ah! Hello. I like it. I do have a glue pot. I think I said that. I like this because I can get down in there and really have my way with it. Has its own little stand. There we go. Okay, so we got that there. I'll take it off and put a wire through it. Oh, honey, you gotta step away, honey. I'm busy doing something right now, honey. My dog's up on the table. I know, honey, I know. Relax, relax, relax. Go to the window. Go on up. Go on. Mama will be done in a minute, honey. Mama will be done in a minute. Yes, I know you want me. I know. Lily, no. No. You're going to have to wait. I got a glue gun here. It's hot. Not that you understand. All right, let's see. There. I don't know if we're going to want another pick over here. wonky, take away from the ornament. Maybe we'll put one up there. Maybe we'll put one red one down here. And we can put the white one up there. And we'll have 3 pics. We'll put a couple more balls on. I like these pics. You could put it around something if you wanted. I mean, we could put it around this thing. That might be an idea. I don't know exactly how I do it, but it was a thought. Maybe I'll move it over a little bit. So it's between the two. I'm not feeling it for the red there. May have to do a ball down there or something. I think I'm going to do the white up here. And this is from Walmart again. They have all colors. Some with glitter, some without glitter. They don't have red with glitter though, unfortunately. I would have liked that. I think I like it there. Red, white. And we'll do the red. Do another one over here so that we have a little bit of interest underneath the sign. So somebody who's peeking to look at the sign will say, oh, look. Of course I didn't do that. We'll do one more ornament. I don't usually put stuff underneath the sign, but I felt like it. I felt compelled. I don't think I put a ball there. Maybe I'm not going to put a ball there. I don't think I'm going to do any more balls. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'll do one more ball up there. We'll do one more ball. Make sure, yep. Even with a glue stick in there. Okay, here we go. So, I think that's what we're going to do. I don't think I'm going to put the red in. Yes, I don't see it. I may put it over here. Yeah, I'm going to put it in over here. And I'm going to glue these in. I'm placing them in right now. And then we'll be done. Yeah. You can see a little bit of something, something. Give you a little bit of interest coming out. Okay, let me raise it up. And we'll have at it. Let's see, you'll see my messy room. Fluff the tails, love it. Fluff the tails. So this is Sue Merrick, Merrick Memories, doing my idea of a Merry Christmas blessing to all shake test. We made it. So here we go. Merry Christmas, blessings to all. And that's my wreath with a little bit of green in it. And I can't see it with the glare on it, but there we go. So thank you for hanging with me and watching. And I will see you soon. I will be doing videotapes. Not videotapes, there's no more tapes. On YouTube and Facebook. And I hope to see you soon. And if you like me, please subscribe subscribe on YouTube channel Merrick Memories, or like and follow my page on Facebook, Merrick Memories. Thank you. You have a great day, and God bless.